I was going to talk about the uh, the ins and outs, or um, the despicable way that my slave masters treated me. But I'm not going to do that because it'll just lend credence to those who want to blame and want to give up responsibility to their own freedom. I don't want anyone to think that somehow, the teacher of the flame uh, gave voice, lends credence to my complaints about the white man. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is tell you how I freed myself from bondage. The chains may look different. The bondage may not be as brutal, but they are still there. And the way to freedom from those times till now have not changed. I'm happy to tell you that. Those of my ancestors who fought, died, escaped, ran, thought their way out, thought their way through the bondage, those tactics, those strategies have not changed. They are still the same, and they still work. And that's what I did. When I first started out, I thought that my slave master was the greatest thing since the peanut. But as I started to gain more knowledge of not only the workings of the plantation, as I started to gain more knowledge of how to navigate the grounds, that's when I became the threat. It wasn't that I was a slave. They were happy that when I was doing my work, paid me pretty good, treated me pretty good, and when I as I did my work, treated me pretty good, gave me slight perks and all those things. But as I started to realize that those perks came with a price, and that price was my dignity. That price was my self-worth. So as I started to ask for more, I started seeing white people coming in. Those places, the ideas that I had to help the plantation started to be used, and I wasn't getting compensated for that. And people were coming, white and black. You a slave? Can't you see what they doing? They didn't say it that way. They were saying, yeah, they're using you, or you could do better somewhere else. I was still a slave here. Got to the point where I said, all right, look, I know what I can do, and you know what I can do. Why aren't you compensating me for it? Why must I do more work to make more money? Why can't I do the work that I've been doing and it be worth more money to you? It ain't up to me. It's up to, but don't worry, we'll take care of you. Another year go by. That was the year 5. Because the first 5 years I was kowtowing. Yes, sir, Master. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you, Master. Right? Then year 6 went by. I was like, started seeing the truth of the issue. Yeah. I want compensated for that. Well, okay, we can give you a little bit more, and he gave me a little bit more, but it wasn't enough. I knew I was worth much more. No, I want to do this. I want to be a trainer. A trainer. We're bringing in some. Okay. Then I realized. I said, no. This is not. I'm not going to allow this. I can no longer be a slave to my own mind. And I found another job. As I was working, I slowly started to wean myself off of that mentality. You see, but I still did the same work because I wanted them to rely on me continuously until I made a decision to leave, to flee that plantation, to flee that state of mind. And when I was good and ready in Pennsylvania, there is a it's called, I think it's a no clause law. Like they're no cause. I can leave the job without any reason. They can fire me for any reason in Pennsylvania. You can leave. They can leave. They can fire you for any reason, or for any reason or no reason. That's the law. So I said, well, then I'm going to make the law work for me. Okay. And so what I did is I found another job paying approximately the same amount of money, and I allowed myself to discontinue that job on my terms. Well, I don't need to tell you what happened. I got the phone calls. What are you doing? Are you coming back? Are you? Not at this time. I'm not coming back. I'm not going to give you any reason why I'm not coming back. I'm just not coming back at this time. And I left that job, and I left them holding the bag. Because, see, that's some of the, for the lack of a better term, some of the things, some of the fight that was done before, the power that I was given by my ancestors, the things, the shoulders that I were able to stand on, gave me the ability to do that. I was standing on the shoulders of giants. And I was able to, that's how far we have come, see. You couldn't do that before. Find yourself in a better situation. That you are able to find yourself in a better place. And I know some people don't like it, but I'm going to say it anyway. They say, there's no such thing as pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Okay, fair enough. Clear your mind and allow what has come before, the strides, the advances that our forefathers have given us. Use them. get out of those plantations that still exist and go to a place that co-works with you, that wants to have a symbiotic relationship with you, and they're out there. And that's because of Malcolm. That's because of Martin. That's because of Medgar Evers. That's because of Fannie Lou Hamer. That's because of all of the ones, John Lewis, all of those that came before us and laid down their lives. Paul Bogle, Turner. Use them. Use what they have set out there for us to use. And get off your knees. And stand on your own 2 feet.